What's up, guys? Welcome to Extreme Nerd Table tonight. Well, Randall won't make it tonight, but I have Anthony with me. So give me 1 second, guys. Here's Anthony. What
Yo,
you been up?
what's up?
What you been
Yeah.
up? What you been up to?
Oh, I've been up to, I think, about 175. I had a little too much pasta this weekend.
Mm.
Dude, what are you up to? It was your birthday earlier in the week, huh?
No, well, Tuesday of this week is gonna be my birthday, but I started my birthday early, and
So
then
it's coming Tuesday. Got it.
yeah,
How
Steve
did you
actually.
celebrate?
Well, I hung out with Steve yesterday, and Steve actually got me a early birthday present right here.
Adam Hughes, goodness, man.
Yeah, this is a Tana Adam
Adam
Hughes
Hughes, man.
leg cover all day.
That is good, man.
Yeah, one of my favorite Zatanna covers, and a lot of people don't know she's one of my favorite characters too.
You
So,
cannot go bad with
mhm,
a leg cover of
mhm.
Zatanna by Stephen Hughes. So that's a good topic to start off the night. Did you
All
hear
right.
about the Zatanna TV show or
Yeah,
movie or whatever they're doing?
that would explain why this book is so damn high now.
Yep. Now Zatanna, her first appearance,
Is
she went
is
from
it
Silver
Hawkman
Age.
34?
Oh, Hawkman 34, huh?
Hawk
That's that's a
issue
Silver Age
34.
book, right?
Yep, Silver Age book, and then the cover is with Hawkman falling out of a building and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's I bet you that's an expensive book right now.
Yeah, now.
Who do you think is going to star as Zatanna? I keep seeing Amelia Clark from Game of Thrones.
Eh,
What do you
I,
think? What do you think
she,
about that?
she's all right, but there's one I would think would probably make a pretty decent one. Is the chick from Lock and Key, the villain from Lock and Key. There's a villain chick from Lock and Key.
I got one better for you.
Okay.
I do know who you're talking about, and I
Yeah.
do agree she would be good.
Uh,
I got one better for you though.
okay.
Alexandria Daddario.
Oh yeah.
She was in True Detective, and she was also in Baywatch when they rebooted the Baywatch.
Yeah.
She was the brunette.
Oh yeah.
Alexandria Daddario. She was also in what was that? She was in that Sword and Sorcery series of movies about the kid who is Poseidon's son.
Oh yeah. I know it.
Right? You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The girl in that she's brunette, but she's got blue eyes, very
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. She was.
She is good. She would make a good Zatanna, I believe. And she's a kind of, an A-level actress. She was also
Yeah.
in a remake, I think they did of it was either called Leatherface or it was one of those Chainsaw Massacre remakes.
Yeah. I remember.
You know
Yeah.
the actress I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I think she would be a good Zatanna. The problem with Amelia Clark is although I could see her,
She's short.
she's short. I don't think she's leggy enough to pull off that magician thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I'm gonna be a pig, but I'm gonna say that you need a leggy, sexy actress for that.
Yeah, you need a tall,
For that role.
at least semi-tall actress.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and they can't. I mean, even if it's even if it's a redhead, they could put wigs on her.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know.
No, the color of hair, the whatever, that doesn't matter. But I do think it should be someone tall, and I think it should be someone who has that
I mean,
classic look.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, but it could be. She could be short because she wears heels anyway.
that's true. That's true. And let's be honest with you. In the year 2021,
Yeah.
I really don't think they're putting her in that outfit.
No.
Now, did you ever watch Smallville?
Yeah.
They had a Zatanna in Smallville
Mm-hmm.
who actually had a really good appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Smallville, yeah, I know we were talking about it a few weeks ago, but
Yeah.
Smallville was like the amount of guest stars
Right.
that you had on you had Arrow, you had Green Arrow, you had the Justice Society of America,
Yep.
you had Zatanna, you had Aquaman. There was an Aquaman in it. You had all those characters way before
Yeah. The
They
Arrowverse.
Yeah, way before the Arrowverse and the DCEU movies.
Yeah.
Smallville like rolled a lot of those characters out, and they were
Yep.
pretty good.
They were decent. Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't too bad. They were decent. They could have made a Zatanna show with that actress if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But they didn't. You know what I mean? They didn't have the idea until Marvel started. It started blowing up with Marvel. Oh, maybe we should follow that. not them setting the trail. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The woman who was in John Wick, the first John Wick, and who was the original Wonder Woman when they made like a failed pilot for Wonder Woman.
The blonde.
She would have played a good Zatanna too.
Yeah.
She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too. She played Mockingbird, but
I remember.
But
yeah.
Her name escapes me, but that actress would have been decent for Zatanna also. But anyway, hey, it's all what it is, and I hope it's a good show. Or is it a movie or a show? Do you remember?
I think it's a movie. I think they said movie. I think they said movie.
That would be interesting.
Did you end up watching Godzilla versus King Kong?
Yes. Did you?
Yep.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it.
I really did. I liked it a lot.
For the two people that are watching, if you guys didn't watch it, we're gonna probably spoil it right now.
We are. Nah, let's not spoil it. But let's say. So what? I liked almost everything about it.
Yeah.
I will spoil it by saying that it was a really silly plot at times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all the Godzilla movies, my son, who's a preteen, he watched it and he loved it, but he can never get over the fact in those Godzilla movies, like especially the last one.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they're in like Boston.
Yeah.
And then they're in like South Africa, like in 10 minutes later.
Middle Earth.
Yeah, or they're in Middle Earth. And not only did they go to Middle Earth, spoiler, but they were able to get out of it.
Yeah.
And by the way, isn't it weird that the middle of Middle Earth, like when you go up, it's right in the middle of Tokyo? I mean,
they were explaining there was a bunch of pipelines too. That there were a bunch of pipelines. It wasn't just because Godzilla actually landed in Tokyo and made a hole. That's what it was.
Yeah. I still think it was really good, but just like the main criticism of we need a Godzilla or a monster movie without people in it, because the people, what's up? Why doesn't? Hey, I think the G-Man should come on.
Yeah, I actually sent them an invite. So if you want to, that's up to you, Robert. But we're talking about one of your favorites, Godzilla and King Kong, but. My thing was, my other criticism is, you're supposed to be a scientist. You're supposed to be smart as hell, right? How do you not know that little girl can talk to the damn ape?
The humans in the movie have been stupid every single movie.
I'm like, what the hell?
They could have had anybody playing them.
Yeah.
Although the bad guy, the rich guy with the fancy jets, and his daughter, Aiza Gonzalez, who should be in every movie.
Right.
Spoiler, they're the villains. They actually had a little range, but the guy from True Blood and Tarzan, who was the star of them, he was like, that was some of the worst acting I've ever seen him do. But you know what? It's okay because it was a monster movie and it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. But my big criticism was, how do you? It drove me nuts because I'm like, how do you not know? You've been spending all that time with her and the ape. How do you not notice?
And by the way, it wasn't just like normal sign language.
Yeah.
King Kong had advanced sign language.
Right.
Like the girl had been teaching him for 20 years,
But like I'm saying, I've been saying, how do you not notice that if you go looking for her and then you see her standing there with the ape?
I know. I think G-Man just said the humans were the idiots. Were the idiots. I think that just sums it up for life in general, G-Man. The humans are always the idiots. but you know, it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anyone watching this stream who hasn't seen it, go see it. It's a lot.
It's
of fun.
still it's a great
And it's I think it's the best one so far in
Yeah.
the series. I liked Skull Island a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, Godzilla King of Monsters or whatever it was called, I liked all the monsters, but
Yeah.
the movie just I didn't like the film so much because
Right.
there was
But he doesn't look as much like a monkey like he did the last one.
that's
You
right.
remember the last one? He looked like a freaking ape almost
Yeah.
in the face. I'm like, and I can't. Robert can attest to this because me and Robert were watching it together like this, but off air.
Yeah.
I kept going, Robert, man, he looks like a damn ape, man. Yeah, he didn't notice it until I kept on saying it, and then he looks at him again. He goes, he does look like a.
Right. So I have an important question too.
Okay.
What do you think? How my lighting tonight is making
Albert Hitchcock.
an Alfred Hitchcock, but it's like Abraham Lincoln. 7 years ago, our forefathers brought to this nation. Yeah, I got like a Hitchcock lighting thing going on here.
Yeah, that's what I used to have when I was sitting in the other half of the room because the lights it was pointing at you.
Perfectly formed tonight too. I just noticed that a few minutes ago. But yeah,
so did you watch the new Winter Soldier episode?
Yes, I did. You?
Yep.
I kind of liked it more than the other episodes. I'm not. The Winter Soldier is kind of like not like my. How shall I put this?
Not your jam.
I'm not a negative guy. Okay, but Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier, and the Falcon.
Yeah.
And the whole Captain America legend, iconic. I'm not really a big fan of that whole part.
Yeah.
However, I do like the last episode, which I'm a big SHIELD guy.
Right.
I'm a big espionage SHIELD type guy.
I've always been like that too, man. I've always liked that stuff too.
So bringing Zemo in.
Yeah.
With all his third world mercenary people, and also the idea that they were on Madripoor.
Right.
Right.
But
super cool.
Yeah, but you know how there's a scene where all three of them are walking in. Somebody dubbed it over and put Gangster's Paradise and then walk it. It dude, that fits it way better than the song they had.
Yeah. And I liked Sharon, who is, by the way, Sharon. You know, a lot of people who are just into the movies don't know that Sharon Carter was like a big deal in Silver and Bronze Age SHIELD and Captain America comics.
Yep.
Since we're talking comics too, Sharon Carter was a big deal, and I believe was way like the only Carter in the comics. You know, Peggy Carter is kind of a new construct.
Yeah.
But Sharon Carter was the original girlfriend of Captain America, and
what it should have been. It should have been Sharon Carter should have been the one back in the past, and then it should have been Peggy in
the. Now, I'm confused a little bit by the time. I know the timelines are different, but in Winter Soldier, they kind of buried Peggy. And Sharon's her niece, and Sharon was hooking up with Steve. Yet in some alternate timeline, Steve went back in the past and was actually Peggy's husband. As much as I'm into the timeline of Endgame and stuff, I still don't understand that. Also, where the hell is Steve right now? Right. I mean, he's still alive, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because don't forget that they were still in contract negotiations when this is going on.
You're right. But where is Steve? Why isn't Steve saying, "Hey, give him back to SHIELD"?
Because they don't know the old guy. They probably don't know that old guy is Steve in the first place.
But he is though. So
yeah, we know that. But maybe that the people there don't know that for sure.
Yeah, I got you. I just think it's weird, And was there a Steve alive all this time? Was there a young Steve and an old Steve?
Right.
I'm sorry, but Jeff.
Yeah.
The Back to the Future stuff.
When you
much easier to understand.
Yeah, like everybody says, when you dig into these movies a little too much,
they're absurd.
Yeah, pretty much. You dig into them a little too much. Like, yeah, same thing like Godzilla and King Kong. You dig into it too much, or you try to make sense of stuff too much. It kind of pulls you out of the movie anyway.
I know. I want to know how much drugs they had to give King Kong to put him on those helicopters and drag him over.
Not only the helicopter, the damn ship. You saw the collar,
right?
Yeah. And the vials are probably about like this.
King Kong was way too passive in this movie. They were just letting him get locked up anywhere he went and drag him over here. And I want to know what's even more important after the Tokyo thing. How did they get him back to the Middle Earth? And
don't forget there was a because King Kong made a big hole. I mean, Godzilla made a big hole, so he probably just jumped down the damn hole like he did last time.
And what about that whole like Truman Show? They had King Kong in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
He was in a Truman WandaVision show pretty much.
When he went to go toss it, and you see all the damn holes around that facility.
I was like, man, he broke the hex.
Yeah.
So
like that. You noticed that scene where he jumps off the boat wasn't really. You didn't even notice it really.
No,
like where he did the John McClane thing and.
Yeah. Still better than the original 1962 one where King Kong goes in to fight Godzilla and they have a bunch of balloons. It literally was balloons carrying King Kong. But anyway, that's
a couple of the scenes reminded me of the ride a little bit when I was a kid, like when you were on the ride. Yeah.
Dude. My wife was watching it with me.
Yeah.
And when they came out of Middle Earth and they were in their little shield their little their space age jets.
Yeah.
And they came up and they were by their faces, and while they were having to fly around the fight.
Yeah.
She said to me, "Man, that would be a killer new ride." And I'm like, "Yeah, it would." Because I thought I was in like a Spider-Man King Kong type ride. It was really cool.
Imagine if it was 3D. Imagine if you guys could have ordered it in 3D.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're delaying Mortal Kombat to give King Kong and Godzilla an extra week.
Yeah, I heard that, which is probably smart since it's the same company,
Yeah.
But
so far it's box office wise it's doing pretty well, they say.
Yeah. And everybody's been positive about it. So I imagine that adds a feather to HBO's cap.
Yeah.
HBO their HBO Max is probably happy with the success because it was really good.
Yeah.
So, and I think Mortal Kombat's going to be another hit, and then after that they got Suicide Squad, and all that stuff. It's just one hit after another. So
it's gonna compete with Disney Plus eventually. It's gonna get there. It's getting there. You know what I mean? They're competing. You know what I mean?
Well, it's different fare too. I think. I think Disney is more family oriented anyway, and HBO, of course, has always been the company, even with HBO, Game of Thrones, Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, you noticed what was it? Yeah, you noticed what was it? Predator stuff is going up now too because they announced a new Predator comic or something coming.
That's cool. On HBO Max or Disney?
No, they announced a new comic series coming.
Oh.
Yeah, so from Marvel.
Marvel.
Because, Marvel's announcing a new comic series, I guess, because I just noticed everything started spiking. I'm like, why is everything spiking? And then I noticed our news article and I read it, and it was like Disney thinking of writing new Predator comic, and then everything Predator is going up a little bit.
So what comic books? That's a good segue. What comic books did you get besides the Zatanna?
Besides the Zatanna, I
Yeah.
got stuff over here. I got stuff everywhere, man. I got stuff everywhere.
Show me your comics, Jeff.
Yeah, I got the Two Moons.
Two Moons.
Yep, about Civil War
Civil
Indian
War.
guy. Yeah,
Very
Civil
cool.
War Indian guy that fights. I forgot the thing. I forgot the plot. I think he fights either Confederate or either a Northern. I forgot which side he fights on, but it's pretty good, interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Vengeance of Vampirella. Yep.
Nice.
You know, I got to pick up this Perilla. But I wanted to pick up the other Ben Oliver cover. It's all white and it has her face on it. It's really neat. I just my shop didn't grab it, so I'll probably go to another shop and pick it up.
Did I ask you last week? Did you get the Vampirella? Did the Vampirella 1992 come out yet, or whatever it's called?
Not yet. 1992 is coming out in May or June, something like that.
And why is it 1992? Is it go back to that story from 92 or?
I think so, or I think it's I have to read the synopsis later, but I'll let you know.
When I saw 1992, that grabbed my attention. I'm like, oh, that's a good jump on, because I have me personally, I haven't been reading Vampirella,
right?
And all I know about Vampirella books are from what I talked to you.
But my favorite cover out of that 1992 run is gonna be that Mike Crone cover.
I got you.
Yeah, the Mike Crone cover is a homage to one of the old covers where she's bent over on like a bird bath looking thing.
I got you.
But he the way he redid it looks really nice. And it look more up to date type art, but it's cool.
Yeah, that's actually a Dave Stevens homage, that cover too, I believe. The Vampy and did I? Oh, you know what we were talking about last week? I asked you about Vampy versus Purgatory.
Yep, it was good. It was good. It was interesting. I'll give it another 3. Like I always give stuff 3 issues, but Vampy stuff I always pick up because of the covers, anyways. But I'll give it 3 issues.
How was the art? Was it decent? I know you flashed it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, art wise is better than the other one. The other one, Superpower. What is it? Vampirella versus Superpowers or something like that. That art is straight trash in that thing because it makes her. You're supposed to make her look at least a little feminine, but she looks so much like a man in that one. It's like, what the hell?
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. And then I picked this up.
Nice.
Unholy.
Nice.
Yep, I picked up. A lot of people don't know I like the Man-Thing character and Swamp Thing characters.
Nice.
So, yeah, I like those characters too. A lot of people don't know that. Everybody thinks I just like Vampy.
I think most of us who have met you and talked to you, we know you have other
interests.
Other interests. Now, where did now that Vampy that Vampirella, not the Vampirella, I'm sorry, the Zatanna Adam Hughes one that you got?
Yeah.
You got that? Did you pick that? You picked that up recently? Was it slabbed already when you got it?
Yeah, I picked it up. Actually, I didn't pick it up. Actually, Steve AOK'd me this.
Oh, okay.
Steve actually gifted me this book.
That's really nice. Really nice. Okay.
Yeah.
What's that going for right about now?
Going for a 9.8 is almost at 1,000. One sold for $1,000.
Wow.
It's a last issue. That's the main reason. That's last issue. You know how it is. Last issue, low printed. And that's the main reason that those things go. And we looked at this one and it hasn't been pressed or cleaned. So nice. I can't crack this one if I wanted to. Press, clean it, because honestly, why not? You know what I mean? Because it's and then 9.6 is like one sold for like $200. Like,
gotcha.
But you see how different that price range is though. It's like it doesn't make sense. Well, why is that? Why is a 9.8 all the way up there?
It's all made up, man. They make it up.
But like we actually talked about let's get into the segue about this. We actually talked about this at what was it? At a shop or so, and another friend brought this up actually. Now, think about cryptocurrency. One thing is you can't touch your cryptocurrency, but you can spend it on online. So what can they spend it on? Collectible stuff.
Right.
Because this liquidates their Bitcoin stuff. So we got Bitcoin people getting in there. We got the stock market people getting in our hobby now. We got card collectors getting into the hobby now. You know what I mean? So it's all these people getting into the hobby. Yeah. And then don't forget the people they have the finances to grab big books. You know what I mean? They'll jack up the price on purpose. So.
Got anything else to show, or you want me to go?
Hey, go ahead.
Hey, I got some comics that are worth absolutely nothing. Here they are. All right. I will say this time and time again. One of the best indie comics out there right now. It's probably 28, almost 30 years old. And I'm up to issue 316. And it's Spawn, baby.
Yeah.
This cover is Greg Capullo with inks by Todd McFarlane. There's a guy named Carlo Barberi doing artwork in the inside.
That's cool.
And man, let me tell you something. It looks like classic Spawn.
That's cool.
316. Next issue is 317. Very important. Still only $2.99. Yeah. So in the world of $6 books, you can still get a quality Spawn comic
for $2.
For $3. $2.99. So what is that? $3.18 or $3.17?
Something like that, yeah.
for my $3,
yeah,
this shit is still cool. I'm gonna give Todd McFarlane, because he's so broke, he needs more money. You got She-Spawn, and by the way, anybody that's ever read Spawn, he still's got the talking heads in there, man. Look, the talking heads.
Yeah.
Telling you what's going on. And you still got, I never understood this when I was a kid. You still got the little power meters going. See that?
Oh, yeah. I still don't understand the power meters.
And I don't either. 316 issues later, I still don't understand it all. But you know what? Guys and girls, $3, man. Spawn, still written by the Todd father. All right. I'm like on an anti-Marvel and DC kick lately, but I've been buying Return of the Valkyries.
Because it's been a good story.
I like it. This is the last issue number 4. Check it out. It's Jason Aaron and a lady named Torunn Grønbekk. And I just love Jane Foster, and I love all the Valkyries. I've always been a fan of Valkyrie from way back in the Defenders. Now, and again, not a big buyer of modern comics. And when this first came out, I was like, I might pass. But I'm sorry, Batman, Catwoman. Look at that Jim Lee cover of Batwoman.
Yeah.
And by the way, art, Tom King. People love Tom King or hate Tom King, but Clay Mann doing all the artwork, and the artwork
is remarkable in that thing.
Badass, dude.
Yeah.
Badass.
I like the Clay Mann stuff. I love Clay Mann's work.
Dude, look at that Batwoman.
Yeah, you mean Catwoman?
No, this is Batwoman over here.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler, that's Helena Wayne.
Oh.
That's Batwoman, dude. And you got Catwoman and Bruce on the other side. What's cool about this book is it time jumps.
Oh, okay.
It shows the past,
and
the present, and in between. And it's, from what I gather, Bruce is dead. Catwoman's alive, but she's old lady. And Helena Wayne is Batwoman taking up the mantle. And Catwoman is like kind of like murdering villains. All of Batman's old villains.
Hey, at least they won't come back.
It's kind of interesting because, believe it or not, Batman never put him away for good, but it's pretty good. Now, I picked up these two comics, these two horror magazines. I thought were, and by the way, they're water damaged, they're crappy, but they're called Black Magic 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Joe,
Robert had them. I've seen them before.
Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, 1973, cool
Nice.
horror stuff. I picked them up for 50 cents each. So
Can't
I
can't beat that.
Water damage.
Can't beat that.
And you know me, I'm working on Misty America right now,
Yeah.
which is a return to classic 90s bad girl comics.
Yeah.
So I picked this up because I saw it
For reference.
Lethal by Rob Liefeld and a bunch of his extreme guys.
You see when Liefeld does females and don't do feet, he'll be okay.
Yeah. Hey, this is a great book.
Yeah.
The reason I got it is because I wanted to start reading a lot of Danger Girl, Bad Girl type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my segue. Speaking of Danger Girl, I am a huge Danger Girl, J. Scott Campbell original run guy. But I never picked up when they did Danger Girl later at IDW.
Oh, okay.
But I picked up this Danger Girl 1 for $1. And John Royal, who did the artwork, pretty much he's a J. Scott Campbell clone.
Yeah, a lot of people are. Even this Jamie Tyndall guy that everybody sees too.
But anyway, really good action. I gotta tell you, man, you like action stuff, you like 90s stuff. I mean, look at that, look at that splash there, man. That's amazing. There's a lot of shit going on there. Anyway, I picked it up because, of course,
you're using it for reference.
I'm using it for reference. I'm swiping action poses, cool stuff.
Yeah.
I picked this up too. This is by Art T-Burt, who I think used to do the X-Men in the
that's cool.
80s. Black and white #1.
Yeah.
Very cool too. A little it's pretty much like a hawk and dove.
Oh, okay.
But action stuff, really cool stuff. And now this, my last pickup this week. All right, I am 50 years old and I grew up in the 70s. My first exposure to Japanese animation was 2 shows.
Okay.
Star Blazers, okay, with the battleship Yakamoto or whatever it was called.
Right.
And then the second one was Battle of the Planets.
Ah.
I have all the Battle of the Planets comic books that Top Cow put out in the 90s or the late 90s or early 2000s, but I didn't have issue #2. And I picked up this issue #2 for $1.
Nice.
And Battle of the Planets, if people are my age, they know Battle of the Planets, the guys in G-Force. And what's cool about this comic book,
oh yeah, I know that. I know that.
Right. The Phoenix was the name of their ship. In fact, here it is. Dude, this was my jam when I was a kid. This group, G-Force, which by the way is a really weird name back then. I just love this show. And when this book came out in 2002, I was buying every copy, but I missed issue #2, and I picked this up for $1 the other day, and I knew I didn't have this one, and it's so good. And by the way, Alex Ross covers.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I remember Alex Ross did a bunch of those covers.
Amazing TV show. If you want to ever do a deep dive and look up or buy on eBay, I would imagine they're available.
Right.
It's a Battle of the Planets. It was an anime that ran like in the morning. I grew up in New York, and it was like on Channel 9 at like 7 in the morning before going to school. And man, it was the most badass, super cool cartoon I ever saw in my life. And it was super cool. And what was cool is it was 70s. It was like 1970s when it aired.
Yeah.
And all the guys and the girls, when they weren't in their superhero costumes, which was, it was like Voltron. It was like 5 different vehicles that came together into one ship. but or Power Rangers. The cool thing was when they weren't in their superhero costumes, dude, they had like sideburns and hippie hair, and they had long bell bottoms,
I remember.
and they all wore like floral shirts, like they had the old like, and with
Yeah.
the beads.
Yeah.
Everything looked like everything they wore in that show in the cartoon looked like you were reading Denny O'Neil's Green Lantern, Green Arrow series. They were all like, they looked like it was late 60s, 70s clothes. It was so funny, but man, the animation was so good. And I got to tell you something. Watching anime over the years, Dragon Ball and even the Power Rangers stuff, I see a lot of stuff that people took from the Battle of the Planets that kind of made its way,
Yep.
you know, into whatever. So
A lot of that stuff is because of Japan had a couple of the guys, a couple other Japanese guys that did the manga stuff, but Hong Kong actually has their own comic thing, and they have their own version of Stan Lee.
Oh,
this
really?
guy, yeah, this guy, Stan has nothing on this guy. This guy did some shady stuff and went to jail in the 90s and came back out, and now he's working on a damn theme park over there.
Really?
Now he wants to open up a theme park, but because you remember how we had the Comics Code Authority, they even had a Comics Code Authority over there too.
Wow.
Yep, they ended up, because I did my research on it too, man, for a while, and eventually I'm gonna end up doing a video about it. But I've been, make sure all my research is actually concrete, and then I'm doing I'm comparing every person from that time period of Stan's time period to see if they have other people that match them in Hong Kong, like their Asian counterparts pretty much. I'm trying to make people like understand like what these guys were to Hong Kong comics. These guys, you know what I mean? Like comparing them. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to do that. So
a little trivia that I just pulled up. Battle of the Planets, right? Was originally aired in Japan from Science Ninja Team Gatchaman, which was the name of the company.
Right.
It originally appeared in 1972. It was translated, by the way, first English language adaptation in 1978. That's when I was seeing it. I was seeing it at the age of 7 in 1978.
Right.
In fact, Casey Kasem, from Scooby-Doo and shit,
and
radio, he actually was the main guy's voice. And
that's cool.
I think he did like Robin or something in Super Friends or whatever.
Believe
it or not, it's weird too. I got to say something. It came out in 72. And I know that George Lucas was watching a lot of anime from Japan. What's weird is Battle of the Planets has a lot of stuff that's very reminiscent of Star Wars. Because
guess who where he got it from?
There's a character named Mark who's the leader.
Uh-huh.
He's very Luke Skywalker like.
Uh-huh.
There's a princess.
Uh-oh.
And her actual name is Princess. And then there's a guy named Jason, who is like the anti-hero, and he's very much like a Han Solo type. And
not surprised.
And even their credits used to go like this, like and come toward you, like like the crawl in the beginning of Star Wars. So it's just funny. Again, I know that people, let's just face it, in the early 70s, the people like Spielberg and Lucas, they were probably being influenced by a lot of stuff coming out of Japan.
Yep.
Special cool film stuff and everything, and I think some of that bled in there. And what's weird is it was like Star Wars, Battle of the Planets. And by the way, think about that: Battle of the Planets, Star Wars. It's the Battle of the Planet.
Yeah.
I don't think they were from Earth. They were all alien races in different planets. So it was weird because they were in the future. It looked like on different planets. Yet they were wearing 60s bell bottoms. So I don't know, Simply Incredible Podcast. What's up? Anybody that got an invitation tonight to come on the Extreme Nerd Table, please do. Come on in.
Yeah,
we want some extra folks. We've been on, 45 minutes now, but
yeah.
We'd love to have you. Also, in future episodes, I don't know, Jeff, I'm going to speak for you. You know, me and you, we've got a good conversation going, but we'd like to invite some more people to the party. So please tell your friends, share the link to this Cantonese Kid and all his great videos, and please join us. And we don't care if you're male, female, young, old, blue, purple, red, or green.
Right.
As long as you like sci-fi movies,
comics, anything nerdy.
And I think Jeff said that you have to like Vampirella. If you don't like Vampirella, I don't know, man. Hey, Jeff, can you track down what was her name, Talissa Soto or whatever, who started Vampirella? Let's get her on, man.
I'll see. I'll try. See if she's on social media.
I don't think she should. I don't think she would be doing much right now. I don't know. Call me crazy.
But I can probably get a hold of that the '90s cover model.
If you're talking about Julie Strain, I don't think so, because she just died like.
No, not that one. The other one. The other one. Italian lady. I forgot the name, but I've seen her on like other podcasts and stuff.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah.
Okay.
Like I watched interviews with her, and all I got to do is really reach out. I just haven't reached out yet.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Is her name Barbara Lee?
No.
No.
It is. She's done a couple of Harris. I think the Harris ones.
Caroline Monroe.
Sounds like it.
She's old.
Yeah.
Talissa Soto, though, man, she's 54 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I think she lives in New York. I'll look her up, man, because you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. That would be cool to get her on there.
Yeah.
She was also, by the way, in James Bond's License to Kill.
James Bond License to Kill, and she was
in Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. She was the princess.
Yeah, Katana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Princess Katana. Yeah.
And by the way, she was in the sequel too, Annihilation.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
Yep. Yeah. The big thing was the main reason that they didn't put her in the Vampirella outfit in general, or like the original outfit, was because they had it. She can't but when she tried to do, I guess, stunts or whatever, she it didn't stay. So they had to change it up. So we'll look her up. We'll look. I'll look a couple of them up, because I'm thinking about doing like interviews and stuff like that, and other stuff, not just this stuff.
I'd like to. I'm going to reach out. I'm also going to. Ask Tawny Katane if she wants to be on the show.
That's cool.
Remember Tawny Katane from the Whitesnake videos?
Yeah.
She starred in the horror classic Witchboard.
A lot of them started off on B movies, man. A lot of those girls.
She was also the star of Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks. So,
yeah, a lot. Like I said, a lot of them started out in B. You know what I mean? A lot of those were scream queens originally first. Yeah. Before they made it big, like originally, who they wanted to play Vampirella was like a Playboy cover model. Originally, it wasn't this one. It wasn't
Julie Strain.
No, not that one.
Talissa Soto.
Yeah. It wasn't originally. It wasn't Soto. It was gonna be a Playboy I think a Playboy model. I forgot what the name of the Playboy model, but then the director didn't like her. So the director goes, "I got somebody in mind." So that's how Soto got it.
I got you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's how that happened. But pretty much, man, it's like, if you like bad girl comics, you like any type comic-wise, nerd stuff, man, anything, even gaming, even computers, whatever, man, you're more than welcome to be on the show. Just hit me up on DMs and stuff, man. It's Cantonese Comic Kid, guys. Just hit me up there, and if you're interested, like Anthony said, it doesn't matter black, white, blue. We're all the same. We're all human. We're all nerd out about everything. So
That's
just
right.
hit me up, and we'll nerd out about everything.
Yep. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
And and the thing is too is that we love comics, and we support the community, and and we don't care what you like, except Vampirella. You have to like Vampirella.
You don't have to like her. I just make you like her.
Well, if you don't, Jeff will force you.
I'll eventually make you really interested in her.
How come the Vigilante doesn't come on your show?
Because it's early morning in Germany, and he works.
Oh, you should have him on, man. He's great.
Yeah, he's really cool.
He's great. I look at his stuff on Twitter all day. He tweets some stuff. That's a guy who follows some ladies on the Twitter.
Yeah.
He reposts some a lot of cool Conan type stuff.
Yeah, he's a Conan fan. He's always been a Conan fan.
Yeah.
But I've actually made him into well, he's always been like anything fantasy, pretty much. Anything, anything like that. So, What's up, Captain?
Captain Comics.
So Smiley's probably around him somewhere. So, what's up, Captain and Smiley?
Why don't you come on, Captain Comics?
Hold on. I sent wife the invite, so I'll send him an invite too.
Yeah, might as well. Hey, probably 15, 20 more minutes. We'll get somebody on, and you know what? I think tonight's theme should be show us your comics.
Yeah.
And
show what you collect.
Right. Show what I'm gonna revise something cool. I'm gonna revise something different. Bayonet.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
This is brand new. Everett Hartsoe. Guy who's
you showed it off. That's why I remember it.
guy who's famous for creating Razor.
Yeah.
He's got a new title called Bayonet.
Black and white.
It's color, totally color. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. I'll show it to you. It's Bayonet. He's got a whole Bayonet universe of stuff. Let me get something good. No, it's full color, man. Full color. Cool stuff.
Nice.
A little more. Got a lot of girls kicking girls and fighting and stuff. And by the way, you know what was really good about it?
What's that?
Excellent story.
Good. Oh, good. That's good. Story, I hate when it's good art but bad story bad.
Story was excellent. Excellent. By the way, I am a friend of Everett Hartsoe online. Okay. Maybe I'll invite him on a show.
Oh, that's cool.
Jeff, if you can commit to a show in the next week or two.
Yeah.
I'll hit him up.
Yeah, as long as it's a Saturday or a Sunday, yeah.
Well, what I'll do is I'll get with you beforehand, because there are times, where you're doing a show or something happens where you're working late or the night before where you've said, hey, I can't do the show tonight. Right. However, I'm going to see if I can get a commitment from Everett Hartsoe to join us for a stream, and we can promote his stuff.
That's cool.
And he's got several Indiegogo campaigns and Kickstarter campaigns where he's got some new stuff. And he also, what's cool is he has a new Razorverse.
Oh, okay.
Where he's got a new Razor comic
called
Razor Scars coming out.
So, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and this Razor Scars is new Razor stories. As you see, a lot of guys from the 90s are resurrecting their bad girl stuff,
Yeah.
And as I said, a little heads up.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Sika at Wild Mercury Comics. This dude got a new laptop.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be doing my own streaming stuff too. I'm gonna invite this guy on.
Yeah.
Not my shadow, but I can never figure out the directions. I'm gonna invite Jeff. I'm gonna invite Jeff over there. wherever he is. This guy over here.
Yeah, I got you.
Jeff is going to be on the show. I'm going to invite him to be on my show. And we're not going to talk about nothing but indie bad girl comics.
Yeah.
Black and white, color, whatever. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about Evangeline. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about Darkchild.
Yep.
We're going to talk about Witchblade. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about She. We're going to talk about Razor. We're going to talk about, dude, what is the all-time original classic bad girl? Vampirella. We're going to talk about all that shit because I like indie 90s bad girl comics. Yep. And you know what? I think it's time to make bad girl comics great again.
Yeah.
Right? And so I want to have people like Everett Hartsoe on.
Yeah.
I got I'm also friends online with Ricky Carolella, who does Double Impact. Dusty Brick Brown, you should join the chat.
Well, he's at work. He would, but he's at work.
All these people are not working very hard. I was watching, what was it, Wednesday? I was watching this guy called Cantonese Kid.
I had pants on, man.
While you know what, dude, I don't even think I sent you that live, did I? I think your stream was over by the time I left that comment.
Yeah.
Because what I didn't realize is when I got the notification,
I
was at work and I clicked on it. And what's funny is that, you know, when you click on a live stream and you push it back to the beginning?
Yeah.
I think it was over by the time I left those comments. But
No, it was funny because I'm like, pants? I got pants on.
Hey, here's what it was. I didn't see the people commenting.
Oh, okay.
So when people are not commenting and when they're not engaging, I think it's nice to have a little bit of fun in there.
Yeah.
Because that's really what people need. I think the next episode, we should all wear funny masks.
That's cool.
And maybe take all our shirts off. and maybe like cover our privates with comic books. So that YouTube bans us or whatever.
Man, YouTube's gonna end up going, what the hell is this?
But maybe people will start. More people watch. Truth of the matter is, I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to try and get some of these guys lined up to either do this show or something that I do. I'm going to get you in the mix.
That's cool.
And then, like I said, I think it'd be cool to and if the audience people think it's too, I would actually start, me and you. Maybe we start hitting up cosplay young ladies who dress up today as Vampirella or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm down. We have a special feature where we send them a link and say, "Hey, come on the show."
Right.
And tell us your website so that the perverts watching can go stalk them online.
Yeah, or at least buy their merchandise. They got shirts.
Hey, Chelsea Bamford, who is posing for the covers of Misty America, which I'll soon reveal. She has websites online, like OnlyFans type sites and things like that. She needs business too. And if there's 20 perverted dudes watching, that's probably $20 more she's going to make that month or whatever. Right. And, and you get your little naughty pictures and all that stuff. In fact, Samantha Matthews has one of those too, by the way. But the truth of the matter is, that's how people make a living, and that's how people sell stuff. And exposure is exposure,
right? And
I think it's good to and it's part of the culture. And if you're going to be politically correct and say it's not, well, then you're a little crazy because it is. Right. And by the way, it's the same for guys. I'm sorry, but when I look at a comic book,
we grew up when we were growing up, man. This stuff wasn't so bad, man. Right now, it's like you don't want kids to know this stuff, but don't forget they got a lot more at their fingertips than we did.
Yeah. Well, also, I'm sorry, but there ain't nobody in the Mortal Kombat movie or video games that are out of shape, and fat and bald.
And
look,
whatever. Captain's here.
Okay.
What's up, Captain?
Oh, Captain.
Ahoy, mate.
Oh wow, I've never met Captain
Whoop.
Comics, and now he's
Yeah.
gone. Hey, what's up, man? Nice to meet you.
What's up? I've seen you a couple times. You were on
Yeah.
G-Man's show, and
Yes,
this is the
yes.
second time on here.
Yes, it's great to meet you. Look at that. You got like a SpongeBob SquarePants thing going on. Look at that. Awesome. Arr.
Mhm.
Very cool. Captain Comics, since I've never met you before, at least on the show, do you got any comics to show us? You got anything to talk about? You got the floor, buddy.
Well,
Toys, comics?
You got
Yeah,
everything back there.
got everything.
Yeah.
Me and the wife just got 45 pounds of comic books the other day.
Well, I saw the video.
Well, can you show us like whatever's on the top of the pile just to be sexy?
All right. Well, we got old Batman.
Oh yeah,
That's
let's give him the big screen, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice.
That's really nice.
Nice.
Well, wife just got this in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what She-Hulk needs to look like.
Just got this one in too.
Oh
Nice.
wow. That's
Get
great.
The new
We
school
got-
Betty Page stuff.
We're two different collectors.
Yeah.
Like she likes the risque stuff more than I
Hey,
do.
it's always a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, my wife
Yeah.
likes all the Betty Page stuff too. She loves all
What?
that stuff.
This one I think we got 3 signatures on.
Wow.
That's
look at
cool.
that.
At least if the kids ask, that's mom's stuff, not mine.
I got this in last week.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
There we go. Just got a what if in.
Nice.
Nice.
Top loader
You-
right away. She put it in.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
wife.
Betty Page.
Wife.
That's cool.
Let's see. I got that one.
Nice.
Nice.
What else? That's about really all I got right now.
That's cool. So what you been up to, Captain? Yeah, what you been up to?
Oh, nothing much. Just popping in and on shows, and
Yeah.
was on Gray Man's show the other day.
Yeah.
There's categories on April Fool's Day, and that's about it. Shoot the ship on Saturday nights.
Yeah. I was there. I watched a couple of minutes and I ended up passing out. And I woke up, oh, it's over.
Well, we do that to keep everybody awake to get into G-Man's show. And
but he had some stuff come up, so he didn't want to do one yesterday, so
right. So it's just like, all right, we'll just do 2 hours and call it good.
yeah. And then pretty much it wasn't much going on with like I got this from Steve, A-OK from Steve. So got that from Steve.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, since my birthday's on Tuesday, I went to hang out with him on Saturday, so
Steve Whiting.
yep.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve.
Yeah.
Yep. Got that. And then pretty much didn't pick up much. Oh, and I was telling Robert this would be a cool read. Robert, don't waste your money.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't waste your money. Because it was a great, like, the idea was good, but the writing was horrible, man.
Huh.
Yeah, and then I got a crossover, like everybody. And then this one.
Nice.
Yeah. Department of Truth.
Captain, I think I subscribed to you on YouTube, but I haven't watched your show yet. What kind of stuff do you got on there?
Oh, I don't know. I do kind of variety show,
Yeah.
really.
Mm.
If you ever want some creative types on there promoting their stuff, give me a holler, okay?
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Shoot the ship. I always bring in like at least 2 new guys,
Okay.
low subs, and like
Yeah.
we had Roscoe on there, and he's kind of an artist, and
Yeah.
Well,
we just bring people on.
I produce my own independent books, publish them, draw them, write them. So, and if you saw me on G Spot, you probably know that. But
Right.
but anyway, hit me up. I'd love to chat with you, riff with you. I like to talk about myself for about 10 or 15 minutes, but then but then I like to get hot and heavy with some comic stuff. So
Yeah. Another one the wife might like is this one. Lenticular.
That's
Oh,
nice.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah. Another one, the risque one, your wife, Smiley might like. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's quite
there's,
funny. We're two different collectors. I
but
mean,
it
I
makes
like
it makes me laugh because if the kids get into the box and the kids are gonna think it's your stuff, but you can say it's your wife's stuff.
She collects more of the risque. I'm more
Mm.
golden age, silver
Yeah.
age kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
yeah. It's so two
Until you
different
find out
collectors.
one comic book, and then we're both fighting over it, which is never good.
Yeah.
It's all right, man. Just get another copy. That's all. But if it's a hard one, different story.
Right. Yeah, when I
No.
met her, I had 4 long boxes of comics,
Right.
and now we're up to like 26 long
Oh
boxes.
boy.
Join the club. I lost count. I even need more boxes.
Yeah. I got piles piling up.
Yeah, me too. I got piles all over. Like
Yeah.
I got some by the nightstand. I got some by my station over here. Like everything's everything grows and taking over everywhere. All the books are taking over. But
Which
I don't
yeah,
remember
mhm.
what book she got, but she's like, "You can sleep on the couch, and the book can sleep in bed with me." I was like, "What?"
What kind of Silver Age stuff do you collect, Captain?
I like a lot of old school Hulks and some Spider-Mans. You know, your basic hero kind of stuff.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, that's my my Silver Age collecting. I went hard and heavy when the pandemic started. I was rebuilding collections I had in my youth that I had sold off in the '90s, but I have a good run of Fantastic Four, Stan Lee, Kirby stuff, some real early issues, and a lot of the later stuff. Not so much for the collectability, but just because I really dig Kirby's style in the last 30 issues of his Fantastic Four run.
Mhm.
Just he really hit his stride there. And then, believe it or not, I'm a huge collector of war comics from the Silver Age. The whole almost the whole Sergeant Fury run,
Mhm.
and a lot of Sergeant Rock, our Army at War stuff, and and also I have this strange obsession with Nick Fury in general. So I have like almost the whole run of Sergeant Fury, and then and I have a massive collection of Strange Tales, and almost the entire Steranko run, and of course the early stuff when Kirby and Lee were doing it with Senate or whoever was doing the inking, but yeah, I mean the pandemic put me in a real Silver Age type of collecting, and the '60s Marvel stuff especially really resonates with me.
Man, it put everybody in a collecting mood. Look
Yeah,
at
right.
them. Look at the market, man.
I also picked up a hell of a lot of Thor, early Thor. I guess not early, but that 67, 68. When it changed from the mystery title to Thor. I had an LCS who was really struggling to stay in business, and they had this crazy thing. They were selling all their Silver Age stuff 80% off anything under $25.
Wow.
So, I jumped in there and got like a pile of books that were like $24, not in great condition, but really decent condition. And I just picked up like 50 books, and I was paying like $100 for 50 books, just trying to help them out, have them stay in business, because I never lost my job when the pandemic started. So
I didn't either. So
I was trying to do anything to help people. In fact, as an independent artist, comic creator, I was even doing auctions online before I ever got on this YouTube thing. I was doing online Facebook auctions, just drawing and selling original art, trying to help out some comic stores, kind of like what the Jim Lees of the world were doing, the big pros. But it is what it is. I think I said on G Spot, and I also said on Jeff's Jeff's show so many times. You know what? It's not always about collectability and trends, but it's really about just collecting what you like.
Yeah.
Like we all know Jeff is super into the vampy stuff.
Yep.
And, you know, we've even talked about Jeff, like you were collecting like She and Dark Child and all these like Bad Girl 90s stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff is like a dime a dozen. You can get like the whole collection at a dollar store flea market, but it's just the joy of that. Hey, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get it. Just like Captain showing his wife's risque Betty Page collection. A lot of that stuff, you know, is not collectible. You know, some is very collectible, but some of it's not. And you know, like my wife likes all those old Archie stuff, and she likes that pinup Betty and Veronica stuff, all that stuff. And you know, it's just stuff that she likes. You know, she sells vintage clothing. She likes all that, you know, the old Silver Age looking, even modern stuff, Sabrina and stuff like that. She just likes all that stuff because that's what she gravitates toward. But I think, you know, collecting is fun, and if it makes you happy, then, you know, whatever.
What would you say your kryptonite on comic books would be?
My kryptonite on comic books, something I just have to have. Is that what you're getting at? Okay.
Yeah.
My kryptonite in comic books, believe it or not, it's weird. But my kryptonite is like late 80s, early 90s, black and white indie books. Not that I spend a lot of money on, but I will pick them up no matter what. Like I was at a flea market, and like I was going through, it was a flea market, but it was a comic book store that's in an indoor flea market. And I went there a month ago, and they had some new long boxes in the back that weren't open yet. And I said to the guy, I'm like, the owner, I was like, what's in there? And he's like, oh, just some indie titles. Well, like I picked up like 60 razors. Like it didn't even matter if I had them or not. But there were all these indie black and white stuff. Mm-hmm. And if I run across anything like 2000 AD, or Halo Jones, or copies of like anything that's black and white, like Love and Rockets, any of that stuff from the late 80s, early 90s. The reason it's my kryptonite is because I was in high school in 1985 when a lot of this cool little indie stuff was starting to hit. And it was really uncool to collect comic books. Like growing up, I was on Staten Island, New York, and if anybody in my class saw that I was going to a comic book store or had comic books in my backpack, they'd want to beat the shit out of me, because in the late 80s, other than Dark Knight Returns and Daredevil, comic books were not cool. Right. You know, unless you were a comic fan, they were not cool. So, but I used to secretly desire all those Love and Rockets, all those Fantagraphic stuff, all that early 80s, late 80s, early 90s stuff. And even kryptonite, like I just love black and white, indie, do-it-yourself kind of those early publishers, because like, and I don't care if they're $40 or $1, when I see them, I'm like, I want to get them because I was never exposed to them.
Right.
It's like a guy who listens to corporate rock his whole life, or corporate music, and then all of a sudden discovers The Cure or Depeche Mode or something like that, like late in his life or her life. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, you mean there was an alternative to Bon Jovi? or, and again, no offense, or you mean there was other music on the radio that I could have bought other than AC/DC? So, you know, and again, nothing against AC/DC, but that was what was there in the mainstream. So really, a short answer, my kryptonite is all those little indie titles that slipped below my radar back then. I'm really enjoying them now. And every time I see them, even if it's stupid shit, like some sort of DNA agent ripoff from whatever Pacific, you know, some crazy company that was only in business for 2 months, you know, that's it. And if I see any kind of like outlaw comics by like Tim Vigil or any of those cats that where there's all that ink on the page. I love seeing all that ink on the page. I take pride in that I draw old school on 11 by 17s when I do everything. So it's really important to me as an artist or as a lover of comic book art to see the ink on the page. And it really drives me like that is my kryptonite. When I see those ink lines, I got to have them. Even if it's a dumb comic, even if it's a comic about, you know, some stupid, like even if it's a one shot and I'll never see another one, it's like I got to have that indie cool comic because it's not about the quality all the time. Sometimes it's about, wow, this is cool. And I've never seen it before. So with me, it's a lot of this undiscovered indie stuff that flew under the radar and now is like a thing. Like, you know, like I watch shows like Cartoonist Kayfabe and those YouTube shows where they're talking about art and not the collectability. And I get turned on to all these people like, wow, I remember seeing that in the store in 1987, but I thought it was too intelligent or too cool or too artsy. And instead I picked up a Fantastic Four by John Byrne. And again, I love John Byrne, but the thing was, I picked up the corporate comic instead of the indie comic.
Right.
So that's it. You know, that's my kryptonite. Cool indie stuff that was under my radar back then. How about yours?
I'm a Mark Jeweler fan, actually. I don't care if it's $1 to 25 to 50. You know, well, I gotta ask the wife if it's 50. but I got over 150 Mark Jewelers.
Wow,
that's cool.
I got some keys and some tore up ones. It doesn't even matter, you know. To me, it's just Mark Jewelers. That's kind of what I grew up with. My uncle brought back a bunch of comic books when he come back from Vietnam.
Right.
You know, and I started reading them, and I was like, I went to my first comic book store, and I started looking through a comic book, and I'm like, where's the jewelry at? And that comic book guy was just looking at me so weird, like, what's this kid talking about?
Right.
And I didn't realize at that time that they were so rare, you know, and I had like 2 or 3 of them. And then as the years go on, you know, people are like, what are you talking about, Mark Jewelers? What's this, you know?
And look at them now, you know what I mean? But previously, when you guys were collecting it, at the time, it wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't
right.
Like, nobody knew anything about it. Now it's like everybody and their mom knows Mark Jeweler or you know, or what was it, the 30 cent variant. You know how so it's like all that stuff was not popular back then, and now it's because it's older and you can't find it. It's more
same way with the DC Universe ones. You know, I collect a couple of them in there too. You know, I like them too because they're just it's a little bit different rarity to me. You know, and then growing up with it too, it's more I like them kind of books. You know.
Yeah.
Yep, and once that Mark Jeweler started hitting, I was like, man, everybody wants these now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it's just like Steve always says, like Stone Cold Steve always says, if we keep talking about it, that's what it is. Because we forget we're online. We're talking about this stuff. So people that watch us or people that watch other people and they watch us. They learn stuff and they know stuff, and that's why the stuff was market moves a little sometimes. You know what I mean? It's us talking about it all the time.
Well, the hardest Mark Jewelers are from 1971 to 73. Them are actually diamond jewelers instead of Mark Jewelers, and they're harder to come by. And I have 2 of them. One's a Incredible Hulk, and I want to say the other one's like Two Gun Kid or something like that.
Okay.
I want to get one from every year, you know, but I got 2 from 1972, so they're more harder to come by, them ones.
I know from watching interviews with other folks, I believe the New Mutants 98, there was a Mark Jewelers insert in that. It's like super rare and super expensive. Not, you know, that book's expensive to begin with.
Yeah. And then imagine it being a Mark Jewelers and it's a New Mutants 98.
Right, yeah. Supposedly that's super high.
Yeah.
Or a Hulk 181 with a Mark
Oh,
Jeweler
wow.
in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even afford a regular one no more. A Mark Jeweler
Well,
one.
if we can find one that's falling apart, and we can find like a Mark Jeweler insert,
Right.
we just
And I have
the
a
cover.
couple of them that, the covers are
Yeah.
ripped or something
Yeah.
ripped
Yeah,
in it. I got a couple that have like, soldiers wrote it all out but never
Right.
nailed it off,
That's cool. Well, that's
But-
cool. That's cool just for having a piece of history. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's really, really cool. What about you there, Jeff?
Everybody knows mine.
Oh,
pretty much anything right now. It's anything Warren pretty much. But I want to finish this runoff real fast first, and then it's Aries after that, Creepies, because I've been enjoying them, because if it wasn't for Steve and them introducing me to this stuff, the older stuff, like say you should start collecting the older stuff, because previously I wasn't collecting any of them.
Yeah.
And I was just collecting like, the normal stuff, the new stuff, and I wasn't collecting any of that old stuff before meeting Steve, before meeting Hialeah and all the guys, So
Yeah.
I'm actually happy I did, because I actually enjoy this stuff now, really enjoy it. Like this one I got at my shop, because my shop had a whole collection come in, and then I actually picked this up myself at my shop, and then I had it pressed and cleaned. Came back at 7.0, so.
Right.
Yeah.
You are aware, Jeff, that when I created Misty America,
Yeah.
I named her Misty Lee Warren in honor of
Right.
your love for Vampirella.
Yeah.
I purposely named her Warren for you. Her
That's
last
cool. Yeah, because it was Jim Warren and the other guy, science fiction, the guy that introduced the word science fiction to our lingo now. It was I can't remember. Hold on. It's gonna bug me there the whole damn time if I can't remember his name. What is it? It is Forrest J. Ackerman. That's who it is. Forrest J. Ackerman is the one that created her, Vampy. So, and the word science fiction pretty much, and cosplay pretty much was thanks to him pretty much, for his science fiction fairs, or they called them science fiction cons and stuff like that. People were dressing up as characters. So.
You know what? You found that comic before I could Google it. But yeah, man, that's a great trivial thing that guy was the first guy to coin the term.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, it wasn't until 1954.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy that we had all that stuff, whether it was Flash Gordon or, the serials from the 30s and all that. With all that stuff, that wasn't coined until 1954. The word science fiction and sci-fi.
And he actually he was the one that coined it.
Watch Captain Comics show us a comic with science fiction on it from.
I just picked that up for $100.
Nice.
That's cool. That's really nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah. I know the Godfather's gonna be happy about that. See all those tentacles on that cover.
Yeah, right. It's plant leaves.
Yeah, well, it looks like tentacles there. He's gonna think it's tentacles on there.
What year was that from?
She's an oldie. Number 11, 10 center.
10 center, so it's probably late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
That would be the 10 cent range.
10 cent range would be, mine's 40 from 48. Mine's
okay.
Okay.
So there you go.
So mine's 40. Mine's 10 cents, and it's from the 48, 1948. So
Yeah.
All right.
I can look it up real quick.
it should be at least in the 40s or 50s. At least we know that much.
Right. But I couldn't pass it up. I mean, it was
Yeah.
$100, and I was
It's $100. Mine was a little more than yours, but but that was a funny one. Steve was actually Stone Cold Steve was actually looking at that one at the shop. I go, Steve, what was that book you were looking at? Because the main reason I got it was because I wanted to get another book that the guy had walked it in, and they didn't know who all the people were. Right when I looked at it, I go, it's Eric Basaluda, Ebas, and they go, who's that? I go, here. I brought him up and I go, this is who the guy is, and this is who everybody that signed that book is. It was a 9.9, and it was a newer book, but I'm just saying all those people signed it. So it was like, oh, I want that book.
Oh, here it is. No. I had it looked up one time. Oh, there it is.
1950? Like 50. Mm-hmm.
54.
54. So yeah, so I was in the right range. Mine was a 48, so yeah. So yeah. That's cool. Yeah, $100 you can't pass it up because dude, if we don't collect the older stuff, man, nobody's gonna know about the older stuff.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? If you don't collect the older stuff, nobody's gonna know about it, and everybody's right now it's undervalued. I think all that stuff's undervalued right now. A lot of.
Got that one in.
Oh, that's nice.
Don't tell everybody that it's valued.
I know.
We want it.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That's a great Vampy cover. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a nice Harris classic there. That's really nice.
She got that one signed.
There you
That's
go.
nice.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. You guys are gonna need a CGC box soon.
Yeah,
I've always
beautiful.
liked that cover. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
You guys are gonna have to get a CGC box too.
Well, I went like my whole life without any slabs at all, and then
Right.
This last year I won one from Marvelous, and then
Yeah.
G-Man sent me one.
Yeah.
So really, I was like, all right, you know.
It
got a
happens. It happens. I'm not a slab guy at all, and then you get one slab, and somehow you end up with 20 other slabs.
I'm proud to say I only have one slab in my entire collection, so I might as well be a slab virgin because
Mm-hmm.
I only have one slab, and it's the most boring slab ever. So it's a signed copy of Tales of the Teen Titan, first appearance of Nightwing and Jericho and Deathstroke. It was that Judas contract
Okay.
issue. I got it signed by George Perez, and I slabbed it. And
Yeah.
it's
Well.
the only one. It's the only one I have. You know,
I'm
it's
gonna-
probably
So I might-
$100.
I might have Marvelous end up making me another frame.
Look at that. What do you got? Blood dripping off of that?
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Marvelous made the frame, but I might have them. I might commission another frame out of them.
That's
Because-
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I've never seen that character before. Is that a new? Is that a new DC Infinite Universe character?
Nah,
Is that one a
man.
magazine style or is that a comic book style?
That's the magazine style
Yeah,
one.
that's magazine.
Yeah.
It's,
Of course, I'm being facetious, but
nah, I know.
they ain't making any new characters like that. Punchline ain't that exciting.
Yeah. And then plus, I got, like I said, I got issue one of that, 2, and 3. So I wanted to at least make this make one long enough where I could actually fit all 3 of them on there. That'd be
nice,
cool.
A nice triptych hanging over your bedpost.
A nice thing that can knock me out over my bedpost.
Yeah, right.
But
Put it on
yeah,
That's
I
what-
got like 2 slabs, 3, and then I got 4.
Yeah.
And then the wife's like, "Oh, you're finally catching up to me. I got 15." I'm like, "I ain't catching up to you yet."
Wow.
well, the only way to get the golden age ones is slabs, really.
Oh yeah.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
That's nice.
they're nice.
This one I picked up for $10, and it's a PGX.
Well,
Oh wow.
I think it's higher than a 3-band if it's from PGX. That thing's way high. It's either higher or lower because they used to. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, for $10, that's a great buy.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, but joking around because PGX either graded low or too high, either or. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Greg Horns.
That one.
Greg Horn. Yeah, that's really nice. 9.8 on that too.
Mm-hmm.
And then G-Man just sent you this one.
Oh yeah,
That's great.
Yep, that Perillo cover. I know that one.
Yeah, man, we got a show on Friday, so she's bringing in all the slabs and trying to figure out what she's doing.
Nice.
Yeah, if you want to subscribe to Smiley Tory, I think it's 1-3. I can't even remember what it is now.
I'll send it. I'll send you the link. I got it. I got all that stuff. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, Captain. I just liked you on Instagram a few minutes ago, so I'll send you a private message. You can go ahead and I'll ask for all your channels and stuff and
All right.
chat with you about it. I'd love to appear on your show sometime. And
yeah, we just my shows are pretty much just sitting around chatting comic books.
yeah,
talking,
no, that's cool. That's
you
cool.
know. But it's more my shooting the ship is just more just talking with people. Really,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like what Jeff's doing here. But I
Yeah.
do a lot of like comigories where you go against somebody or comic slingers. You find a cover with that topic,
That sounds good.
and then Tony Sanders.
Oh, I got something. I got a good idea for the wife. But I will tell you offline because I want to get it's gonna be a cool one.
Well, she goes on that show with the Vizier and got a little showing off there. So she goes as the Slamazon wrestler because it's comic books and wrestlers kind of.
I like that too. That's good
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
she really likes
it's
doing that show.
Yeah, it's fun. But I got a great idea for I gotta hit up Tony and her because this is gonna be a great idea too. It's like I've been thinking about it all week.
Yeah, this week she'll be on with another lady, so it'll
Mm-hmm.
be the first time that there's tag team ladies on there.
Yep.
So
It's gonna be
she
fun.
was the
I
first
saw it.
one.
Yeah, I saw it, and then I hope. Honestly, I hope more ladies come on with Tony's show. Honestly, I hope so.
Well, he's been doing that for 3 years, and finally this year she's the first lady
Yeah.
that came on.
Yeah.
A little push from me, you know.
Yeah,
Get on
yeah.
there, get on there.
It's fun. It's fun, anyways. I've done it with us on this end, so I've done it. So it's like I've always wanted to do. Yeah, I've always wanted to do Tony's. This was the original character. That's what Steve ended up calling me. But I got one. But I'm telling you off air on this one. I want to surprise people on this one.
I went on as Captain Lou, you know, a couple
Yeah.
rubber bands in the beard.
I got one, but I really because I have a good like this thing is gonna Tony's gonna laugh. Tony goes, "Why did I think of this before?"
But
So-
I like doing a lot of game shows, and there's people I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that has
Oh,
$1 million.
my favorite is when you get you and Tori go on what was it what the hell is the drawing one that Rod does?
Oh, Lamer Frame.
Lame friend. It's always fun, but then they did one yesterday with Cookie with what was it? Life with Two YouTubers. They all blindfolded themselves and tried to draw something, but Simple Simon.
Yeah.
But Simon's all you see is Simon peeking. I go, Simon, you're cheating. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that show every week for a year, and now I'm like, let the newbies come in, you know?
Yeah.
Can't handle my liver anymore, drinking and drawing.
Yeah.
My first drawing's always good, but then you can see by the end, I'm just like, there's Mr. Potato Head.
Well, at least at least he gets categories, so that's one good thing about it. At least it's not like draw whatever you want. At least he has categories like what to draw. So.
Yeah, I think this week's one is Pokemon characters.
Oh boy.
I'm like, man, cut me out of that.
You just got to draw circles.
Yeah, circles and
Circles with a little
bunch
circle
of
inside.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Where you can
That
make your
show's really
own.
fun to do.
You make your own new Pokemon characters. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you only have 2 minutes, and that's
Yeah.
it. You have 2 minutes to draw it, and then you
Mhm.
know, you either want to put in a lot of detail, or you just want to do a portrait, and that's it. You know, you
Yeah.
don't want to do too much detail because then that distracts your time. And if you have markers or something else, you're trying to add in colors. So I mean, there is a strategy to it.
Yeah. It's always fun. It's always fun just to watch all the game shows, man. It's like Kamagories, freaking Tony Sanders thing. You know what I mean? It's always fun to watch. It's just I work. You know what I mean? I work nights, so sometimes it's hard to participate on it. And I'm gonna hit up Tony. Tony already told me to hit him up. I go, hey, we should do do one Saturday.
Mhm.
Yeah. So because I have an idea. You'll laugh when we get off, but it's funny because. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
I've been
gonna.
on categories. We've been on the couples one on that.
Mhm.
I've been on there single time. She's been on there single time. It's more of a lot of cosplay for me and her.
Yeah.
That's what we really like to do because there really wasn't any cons last year, so we just kind of went, all right, let's cosplay for this or that.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, see, and Tori was the only one that really did it because all Biggie does is put on some sunglasses.
The yellow bandana.
Yeah,
And
then-
when he freeze on us,
yeah. Nah, I don't think so. I hope not. Oh yeah, he did. There he is. You're back.
Did you
Yeah,
did you lose
yeah.
me for a second?
Yeah,
yep.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I had an internet message come up. So
yeah, you're good.
damn Spectrum.
Yeah, but we'll call it now. So it's already an hour and 30. So.
That's the sign to stop.
All right, what you got going on, Captain, this week? What's
what is
Tori got
today?
going on, really?
What is today? Sunday. So Tuesday, I won't be on Lamer Frame. I'll probably be on Cover Slingers on Gray Man Show on Saturday. And then this Sunday, I'm going to be starting a new show. I haven't came up with the title yet, but it's pretty much judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
And I'll have 3 contestants on there, and whoever has the best or funniest or, whatever.
Yeah, I got you.
And we'll
Is
have
that-
the chat vote which one they think is the best. It's
Right.
kind of a little game show on some old covers, some new covers, kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, and then Tori has the hunt going on, right? The cover the cover. Is she going after the tag team? So the tag team.
Well,
titles
she
this
was
week.
the world heavyweight champion, and then she lost that. So now she's rolling in with the tag team partner on Friday.
Okay. All right. What you got going on, Anthony?
You know what I got going on, my man. Judging the book by its cover. Here's the cover of Oh My God, issue number 6.
I like that.
The final issue. You got Lucifer and Kira Palmer, and look at how I'm just totally censoring the butt shot there with my Wild Mercury Comics thing. You can find me on Wild Mercury Comics on Instagram, Anthony Sika Art on Facebook and Twitter. And then this is the cover of Misty America. Misty America flip book coming your way. Issue number 1, Misty America with a tank. And then I got some interiors I can sneak peek at you really quick. I picked the sauciest things to show you. Talk about risque stuff. We got some portals and semi-naked characters. And then we got some girl-on-girl action. Again, lots of innuendo, but you can't see anything. Well-placed hands and hair and stuff like that. Oh my God, wrapping up, man. I've been working on it a year and a half, and I put 6 issues out. Jeff is the proud owner of all 5.
Mhm. I'll be proud
and-
owner of all 6 eventually.
Yeah, I'm wrapping. I'll have the issue done the end of May, so it'll come out in June. And again, it's a supernatural / horror / erotic / outlaw comic, and it's a really good story. Written, drawn, published by me. No crowdfunding, no Indiegogo, no Kickstarter. I publish them. I make about 500 copies per issue. I sell them at shows. at local comic shops all over Florida. That's how Jeff found me in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually found me at his local comic book shop. And then eventually, when Misty America takes off, and actually when I start publishing Venerella, which I know you can't wait for, Jeff, when I start doing that, then I'll actually have some campaigns with some crowdfunding. But my campaigns won't be like $1 million stuff or $10,000. They'll probably be $2,000, $2,500 campaigns. Donate, and you're gonna get posters, and maybe I'm thinking of doing T-shirts and all kinds of fun stuff. But please, and again, I don't do it for the money. I got a full-time 50-hour week job. I do it because I love making comic books. But I'm still new at this. I've been doing it a year and a half, and I'm having a blast and doing a lot of shows. I got a show coming up in September 18th, 19th in DeLand. It's the Daytona Comic Show. And then if you're in Florida, also in January, I return to DeLand for the actual DeLand Comic Show. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be doing some signings too, in some private in some local comic shops in the Titusville area, and also in Cape Canaveral way very soon. So
that's cool.
I'm just hawking my shit, appearing on some YouTube videos, and like this great channel here. And anyone else will have me on promoting or riffing about comics. And I plan on starting my own YouTube streaming thing very soon, all about indie Batgirl comics. Everything from Vampirella to Witchblade to whatever.
That's cool.
And that's it, man.
Right on.
Yep. And all I got going on, guys, is Cantonese Comic Wednesdays, Extreme Nerd Table, the Nerdy Collective next week. Next week, and then Silver. Well, let's see how Silver Sundays is gonna go. But it's either gonna be on Broke Rights, mine, or Just a Little Podcast. So just keep a lookout. Just make sure to have the bell notification on for that. But pretty much that's all and Cantonese Comic Wednesdays every Wednesday. So that's pretty much what I got going on, guys. That's it. That's Cantonese Comic Kids signing out with Captain, with Anthony, and see you guys later.